You're listening to the Blues Room on the Classic Rock Station, 105.9 WCXR.
You're listening to the Blues Room on 105.9 WCXR, and our guest tonight is Koko Taylor. Your latest CD on Alligator is Jump for Joy.
Yes, it is, and hopefully the first of the year we'll have something else that's jumping. I don't know the title yet, but I'm getting ready to go into the studio, been selecting tunes, hopefully that my fans and everybody can really enjoy and appreciate listening to on Alligator Records.
You got started a while back. You played with the Giants. You've been compared to Howlin' Wolf. You were the female answer to Howlin' Wolf. How does that feel to have that comparison made?
Well, it really feels unique because me being about the only woman out of Chicago that's leading her own band, it feels good that I can stand up for all of the women that's not out here doing it, and also stand up for the blues. I'm doing what I enjoy doing most of all, and that's making people happy with my music all over the world. So I'm hanging in there, and you do have to want to do what you're doing, love what you're doing, same as I do, to hang in there, because it's not the easiest thing to do, but it's something you have to want to do.
You're listening to the Blues Room on 105.9 WCXR, and we're honored tonight. Our guest is Junior Wells. Junior, what future projects you have coming up?
I really don't know, because they got me running so fast about the thing till I really don't know what I'm going to do. But I'm here as of today, I should have said tonight, and I'm glad to be here because it's been a pretty good while since I've been in Washington to play the blues. And I'm glad to be here with myself, Koko Taylor, led this group, and I'm glad that you should come by and ask me to say something or be on your show. It's a great deal.
You did an album with Bill Wyman a while back, didn't you?
I did an album. I won't say an album, but we did a thing. I guess you're right about it, because it was in Montreux, Switzerland, with Bill Wyman, Pine Top Perkins, Muddy Waters, Buddy Guy, and I'm so proud of it because we have been trying to do one thing about this particular thing we did in Montreux that we didn't get a chance to. We wanted the tape in the first place, but he wanted to sell it to him for $500. So me and Buddy refused to sell it to him. So Bill Wyman said, "Well, hey, he's holding, so what the hell we gonna do with it?" We want to just take it out and put it on one thing. So I think it came out on Red Lightning, right? So so we did a thing about that. We decided that it wasn't doing any good in the first place, just being laying up in his thing in the first place. But the idea of it was we didn't have the rights on it like we should have had, but because we didn't take time to get into things before. We were supposed to just playing there in Montreux and doing the thing. And now when they come up with their videotapes and all these different things like that, we didn't have any rights on it, you know what I mean? And which kind of hurt a little bit, but you pay for your London, and I don't have any animosity in my heart about me being so dumb or whatever it is, but we're getting money out of it anyway, you know what I mean?
Why don't we play Checking Up on My Baby and come back and talk some more?
Well, I'm so tired, brother.
You're listening to the Blues Room on 105.9 WCXR. Our guest tonight is the legendary Koko Taylor, the Queen of the Blues. You were just a recipient of a WC Handy Award, weren't you?
Yeah, the 11th award in a row. And I tell you, don't nobody know how good that make me feel and how appreciative that I am to been able to receive those awards. You know, it makes me feel like I've been doing something worthwhile, and I will be hanging in there waiting to get one next year.
Where do you think the blues is headed for in 1992?
I think it's headed all the way to the sky. And if it stopped and lands somewhere in the clouds, I'll still be happy.
1992, well, hopefully it's headed in a better direction. More prosperous, of course. We all want to go higher and higher up throughout our lives instead of just remaining at one level. Like, sad to say, there's a lot of old Chicago players that never really moved up. They were big at one time, and now you don't hear from them. anymore, and that's kind of sad.
Who do you check out when you're back in Chicago? Who do you go see?
Oh, I go out practically every night when I'm back home, and I go see Louis Myers, who used to play with Little Walter, and a number of other people. Chubby Carrier when he's in Chicago. He's got his little Zydeco band there. They're good friends of ours, and there's a lot of people. Like I said, Sunnyland Slim, he's just about my favorite. I like to go sit in with them. That's a blast. And there's all kinds, different music at 7 nights a week.
Well, Farm Crown is really looking up, man. We got on the north end, man. We got a lot of young cats coming up, newcomers, and the legends like Otis Clay, Jimmy Johnson, and a few that I can't remember at this moment. They're really working out. So yeah, you can get blues in Chicago 7 nights a week.
Another tune that I really like is Find My Baby. It has that Elmore James feel to it. Did you guys do that on purpose?
Yeah, it was intentional.
Yeah, that's the shuffles. That's our thing. That's what we like to consider kind of our trademark. Although we do, a lot of different types of rhythms and grooves. That's what really turns us on. Seems to turn the crowds on too. So we just go for the old time feel.
Well, let's listen to Find My Baby and come back and talk some more. Here's Little Ed and the Blues Imperials in the Blues Room.
Hi, this is Kelly Littleton from Little Ed and the Blues Imperials. You're listening to the Blues Room on 105.9 WCXR. Yeah, you right.
The Blues Room, brought to you by Michelob Light on the Classic Rock Station, 105.9 WCXR.
You got the Blues Room on 105.9 WCXR, and our guest DJ is Koko Taylor. As we look on this compilation, we have something by the late Hound Dog Taylor. You are on a label mate of his. You, as a matter of fact, started on the Alligator label about the same time, didn't you?
Mm-hmm, we sure did. And I tell you, Hound Dog Taylor was really a great guy, and he was a lot of inspiration. And what I loved about Hound Dog most of all was that slide guitar. And I tell you, this little cat out here, little Ed, he's one that's playing that slide guitar that you just don't hear every day out of young musicians, and I admire him for that.
They are a really fine band.
Oh, yeah.
Koko, how did you put together the Blues Machine?
Well, me and my husband handpicked the blues machines. I'm looking for a guy that really can play the blues, and not only play the blues, they have to be devoted and into the blues same as I am, because if they're not into the blues like I am, then they can't support me like they should. You know what I'm saying? So this is how I pick my musician, somebody that's really into the blues.
The rendition of Wang Dang Doodle that you do, that Willie Dixon tune, tell me a little bit about that.
The Wang Dang Doodle, that's the tune Willie Dixon wrote specially for me. Called me up in the middle of the night and said, Coke, I got this $1 million hit I done wrote for you. I said, what kind of song is this that can't wait until tomorrow? He said, Wang Dang Doodle. And we got busy on it and got it recorded, and it went straight to the top. It was like a dream that came true.
You're listening to the Blues Room on 105.9 WCXR. Our guest is blues legend Junior Wells. And Junior, you of course did Alone in Acoustic not too long ago. You have anything to say about this project?
We had this particular thing here with myself and Buddy. We did it in Paris, and it was just a thing that they didn't want the band on there, just for Black and Blue, which I mean Didier and Jean-Pierre, and they wanted me and Buddy just to do a thing, but on the off day that was there. So we was doing this particular thing, and they said, well, just want you and Buddy to do a thing like a folks type thing, So this is what we did, and when I first heard it, I didn't get it. I didn't understand. I didn't feel it, because maybe it's because it wasn't mixed. When they played it back, it didn't sound like anything to me. So recently, I was manager, Buddy's manager, my manager at that time, which is Marty Sossman. But then they asked Marty, kept pushing Goose from Alligators to get involved in the thing, and then he talked to G8, so he got involved in the thing, and then when I heard it, after it was really mixed, I can't say nothing about it because it's a great thing to me now, and it's making me a whole lot of dollars.
You got the Blues Room on 105.9 WCXR. Our guest tonight, Junior Wells, also Koko Taylor, and members of Little Ed and the Blues Imperials, all with us tonight. James Pookie Young, you're the bass player for Little Ed and the Blues Imperials. How did the band get started?
Well, our uncle played the blues. Mother, father bought us some instruments, drums and guitars, which we shared mostly. Ed, he was pretty good at both, mainly. But like we were just banging around, and one day our uncle came over and he like tuned up the guitar, and we were so amazed of the idea of just seeing someone to make music come out as such as sweet as he did. You know, it was like it blew us away totally. Our mouths was wide open.
What band was your uncle in?
He was J.B. Hutto and the Hawks. That was his band. Yeah. Yes.
Phenomenon in himself. I mean, that's terrific. Yeah. So J.B. Hutto was your uncle?
Yes. Yes. And so Ed took a more interest in it than I really did, I guess, at the moment. So he started teaching Ed about it, the beats and whatnot. And Ed would come back and show me. And after he taught Ed so much, he started teaching the lead and parts as far as the slide was concerned and everything. And one day me and Ed got together after our mother bought us another guitar, and we jammed a little bit. And it kind of like blew him away because I was the shy one. I never really said anything about, you know, being interested. And it was a real shock and a pleasurable shock, I imagine, to him, and said, Lord, I didn't even know you was even interested. You never opened your mouth and said anything. And we kind of like took it from there, and he kind of like wooed his own pretty much afterwards. He kept us around with him to certain shows that we could get in.
Well, James, did you play with JB, double bill?
Well, we played with him once in our lifetime. We had the opportunity. I guess he was having problems with bands or whatever. Or this show came up on a short notice. Place at the time, back in 75, place called Vegetable Buddies in South Bend, Indiana. It was a big club, I guess, was happening as far as Indiana was concerned that time. And he asked us, do we think we had enough nerve to do it? And we said, sure, man, we'd be glad to do that. But I tell you, man, I was frightened out of my pants.
You're listening to the Blues Room on 105.9 WCXR. Our guest tonight is the legendary Koko Taylor, the Queen of the Blues. What advice do you have for aspiring young musicians today who want to play the blues?
Well, I would say to any young musician, girl or boy, if this is what you really want to do, you just have to hang in there. This is nothing that come on a silver platter. It doesn't come overnight, you know, but you got to just hang in there. It's like a marriage, you know, you got to hang in there for better, for worse.
Koko, thank you very much. This is your second time in the Blues Room on WCXR.
Oh, yeah, and I hope we'll do it the third time. Maybe sometime when I'm here next year, we'll do it again.
You come on up to the station on King Street, okay?
I will do.
And we're just going to keep on keeping on.
Like I said, the next time you get through Washington, you got to come up to WCXR and come in the studio and do some stuff live.
All right, thanks, Tommy. Be there or go to bed.